I recorded 3 custom voiceovers for fake AI startups and gave 7 editors one job: bring them to life with animation. They are battling for a $500 prize pool. Normally that's split up in 3, but today one editor takes it all. Watch to the end and tell me exactly how you rank them down below. Let's jump into it. The first one is Davey. Most people start their day with tasks scattered everywhere. Emails, notes, reminders, and half-finished thoughts. Monogodo pulls them into one place. You open your laptop and type everything on your mind. That can be messy, unsorted, and out of order. Monogodo takes that bell and builds a clear schedule. Priorities will rise to the top. All your other to-dos will move below. Monogodo. From chaos to a plan you can actually follow. Nice. Very nice. Really solid. I really like the edit. What do you guys think? Damn, that's tough. Fire. Give him the $500 already. Yeah, let's go. Let's end it here. Yeah, we give up. Always the first one, make it hard for the rest of us. Well, yes and no, because being the first one, it has its pros and cons, right? You forget the first one after watching the rest. I think it's also important if it's rememberable, like if I still know it, then that's also a good sign. And speaking of, is this rememberable? I do think so. Let's start here with this animation. I think this is super dope. I love the concept. One thing I would really suggest is to add like lighting to your scene. I think you just added the phone and look up some like videos on that, how to light a 3D object in After Effects. Because if you add like a nice like rim light to this and a nice like soft spot on this, I think it will look way nicer because now it's quite flat. There is some contrast in it, but it's quite flat. But really dope animation, cool concept. I really like it. Really cool. Cool UI also that you came up with. I mean, these are all fake SaaS, right? So you just have to come up with something. And I think you did really well. I do see that this is a bit bright somehow. I don't know why. Maybe you added like exposure to it or maybe like some levels. It looks a bit overexposed. Really clean. Again, I would check the lighting here. It's quite dark also. Adding like a nice soft lighting on this, I think will add some spice. This was dope. Really smart. Messy, unsorted. I love how you did that. This is also smart. You're really good at conveying the concept of the script. So that's really nice. Small spelling mistake. Also something small, but alignment. This maybe it's because it's still animating. Not 100% sure. But if you look at these checkboxes in the text, and I'm being really nitpicky here, but just putting the text and this thing a bit lower. Davey, I can send you some HDRIs. You can also do that. You can add a HDRI to it. That will also help. Because I feel like you just imported the 3D object and you haven't added any lighting to it. But that will help. Let's go to the voting. Davey, I don't know what's coming. But Davey, I think you should be an S tier. But there were some feedback moments, right? Like this is the thing. S tiers are no feedback, blown away. I thought this was a really solid edit. I would say like a plus that doesn't exist. Yeah, you know what? Why not put it in S tier? If someone comes and blows this away, then we can always move it. But I'm just going to put you in S tier for now. Can I send you $500? You pick mine to win. I never had that. Okay, let's do that. Let's stop it. No, that's not how it works. Do it now. Just send it to me. My PayPal is Tomit. No, okay, let's go to the next one. And the next one is Maddie. Most people start their day with tasks scattered everywhere. Emails, notes, reminders, and half-finished thoughts. Monogodo pulls them into one place. You open your laptop and type everything on your mind. That can be messy, unsorted, and out of order. Monogodo takes that bell and builds a clear schedule. Priorities will rise to the top, and all your other to-dos will move below. Monogodo. From chaos to a plan you can actually follow. Wow. Wow. That is amazing. As for sure, clean, 10 out of 10. Let's go. Is he in the chat? I don't think so. Apple just called for hiring. Exactly. Wow. Jeez. This was so dope. I love this. I haven't seen this anywhere. Maybe like this is literally stolen from someone, but I think it's so dope. It's also like half finished thoughts. It's like this cool cartoon is thinking. This logo animation. Wow. I love this. Oh, that's so smart. I'm gonna steal that. That's so smart. It's such a good way to show exactly what the script is saying without like putting a text animation in the screen. So I love it. I really love it. I also love the style that you created. Same colors overall. Again, alignment really nice. Oi, Tom, you're also watching this for the first time. Yes, I always I want to have my reaction as real as possible. So that's why I don't watch it. I have to, of course, import it in a Premiere timeline. But even then, I don't want to watch it. I love the logo too. I would download this. Where can I download this to do app? Maddie. Yeah. I'm sorry, Davey, but I'm really sorry. You haven't been on the S tier for a long time, but I already have to put this above it. Because I don't have any feedback. Music, sound effects were good. Style was also cool because it wasn't all just standard Apple style. He had some custom elements. The concept was clear. S tier. I'm sorry, Davey. I'm gonna go to A for now. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna come? We'll see. S/A, S 100%. S. Even Davey. Wow. Respect, Davey. That takes balls. And the next one is Hamza. The average person types about 40 words per minute, but speaks over 150. That gap adds up fast. Spokes AI closes it instantly. Hold a hotkey, speak. Your voice enters and comes out as a clean formatted text. It detects your language automatically, adds punctuation, and structures everything for you. No typing, no switching, no interruptions. Spokes AI. Turn seconds of speaking into pages of writing. Wow. Whoa. Your pacing and your concept are amazing. This was a really nice watch. What are you guys saying? That's so tough. Clean Hamza, S+. Thank you, but rank him E tier. Great animations, mixed styles. Let's go through it. So, like I said, I think the concepts are amazing. And I think your animations are also really good, Hamza. I wouldn't change anything about that. Your music is also good. And your pacing is also really good. It really wants me to keep watching. But a few things what I noticed, for example, with the design is this with the really bright blue and also this concept. I would have loved if you sticked to this style. If you wanted to keep this black and white style, almost a bit like Notion vibes, then go fully with that. Or if you don't want to go for that style, then make it look a bit nicer by, for example, making these rounded or adding a really soft inner glow. And again, if you just look up a graph on Pinterest or a graph on Dribbble, you'll see what those designs look like. This was really dope with the gap. Amazing concept, cool design too. This was quite rough with the mask, I would say. If you want to do this, then and you want to match the motion, it zooms in, so that means the keyboard that you have here, that also needs to zoom in. And then you can fade it in a bit more smooth with a mask. But amazing concept. I love it. I think it's really dope. And here also some pixelated elements. And this also felt a bit random with the music coming in. But again, cool concept. I think it's just mainly design, what I would say, and some smoothness here and there, what you can improve. I like creative though. Exactly. It's super creative. I love it. I think a lot of people, they struggle with ideas and a concept or how to show, don't tell. You don't have that issue. You really don't have that issue, which is amazing because that is also quite difficult to learn. Yeah, this I don't mind, but it feels a bit random. Not the concept, but just the design, because we went from this whole orange to now this blue. It's fine if you mix some colors, but it just makes it easier to just stick with a few colors. And most brands want that anyway because they have a certain color. So, for example, if this Spokes AI, if you went with blue, just go for blue. And you can have an accent color here and there, but it will just makes it look a bit more nice throughout. If you improve the design and some some smoothness here and there, this could have been an S tier, I would say. And now I have to place it under Davey because there's just a bit more feedback. A or B for sure, maybe less drop shadow, I think. Fair. F tier. You don't need to put yourself down, right? I hope that's a joke. Let's go to the next one. The next one is Nico.
The average person types about 40 words per minute but speaks over 150. That gap adds up fast. Spokes closes it instantly. Hold a hotkey, speak. Your voice enters and comes out as clean, formatted text. It detects your language automatically, adds punctuation, and structures everything for you. No typing, no switching, no interruptions. Spokes AI. Turn seconds of speaking into pages of writing.
Interesting. You changed the voiceover. Did you? Or did you voice over it itself? Yeah, voice covered it. Voice over it. That's so cool. I didn't expect. I mean, it's not against the rules. I didn't say that it wasn't. It's a way different style because it's minimalistic. What I do think is that sometimes it felt a bit rough and drafts. For example, it needed a bit more in terms of or animation or some elements. It's now really minimalistic. It's a bit low resolution. Same with this. I think the concept is really cool. Having all the languages, having them separate, and then one being selected. But then in terms of the animation itself, this could have been a slider, for example, instead of having it quite rough. And this felt a bit, I wouldn't say simple. I don't know if you created this, but if you did, then I would have loved if these popped up or something, vibe coded it. Well, that's really dope. I love that. I love the idea of just like making something yourself and like having a minimalistic. But then what you did is like you have a simple scroll animation. And then what I would do is have it pop up separately or have a scene where you first have this type versus speaking, but now we have 2 times type versus speaking. I think this is maybe like the mobile layout. Oh, damn, that's really cool. Looks like his concept was on point. He just needed more flow. Yeah, just a bit more like more elements. And if you go for the gaming vibe, I think that's actually quite cool. But then maybe have some more elements in the screen where there's like a menu or even maybe like a health bar in the top right. Like elements like that will really sell it and will add some more like life to the scene. Like you had some concepts. I think there were some things that just needed a bit more, they needed to be a bit more sophisticated. So I would say it's a B tier and I would place it after Hamza because I do have a bit more feedback with you. And the next one is Arish. Most people start their day with tasks scattered everywhere. Emails, notes, reminders, and half-finished thoughts. Monogodo pulls them into one place. You open your laptop and type everything on your mind. They can be messy, unsorted, and out of order. Monogodo takes that pile and builds a clear schedule. Priorities will rise to the top. All your other to-dos will move below. Monogodo, from chaos to a plan you can actually follow. Wow. Really fast paced. So different also from what we've seen, Arish. Really cool. Really cool. Let's go through it. This is personal, but to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the background. Mainly because you could have gone for any color. And then with this color combination, I don't know. It's always like a bit difficult. I would have or just went full black, or if you have an element like this, maybe you have it a bit at the bottom, or just a different color altogether. I've said this before with 3D elements, and Danny also said it, but or use a HDRI or add like a lighting setup, because now it looks quite flat. And then also elements like this will look a bit weird. I don't know if you add a bevel and emboss on it. Make it look way nicer with a HDRI or with a cool lighting setup, like a 3D lighting setup. Yeah, I would remove the bevel and emboss. Bevel and emboss generally is a bad idea, I would say. Then if we continue, this goes really, really quick. So quick, I would say, okay, it's like short form content. It needs to be quick, the pacing, but so quick that your brain is not registering everything. Even with my goldfish brain, I think there's also some, I don't know why, there are some elements that are interacting a bit weird, either because you made this with AI or there are some elements in this that are not being rendered properly. And that is probably also, sometimes this also happens with advanced 3D, where you have to pre-compose this and then make it basic 3D or not 3D at all, and then it will fix it. With some fonts that you'll have this issue. Also some alignments here. It just makes it look a bit more messy because of it. Here, same, arriving. Okay, this is just someone's name. But then also this alignment of this first and high. No motion blur, which in some cases is fine in some SaaS videos, but here I would have liked it because we're here like just looking at the word tough. This is really dope though. I like the flow of this. This again goes really quick though. And the same later on. Here also with the text floating around and with the bounce. This 23, I like all these numbers. They should have been inside of there. And then also you don't always have to have a crazy bounce or crazy animation. Sometimes it's also nice when it's just a bit more subtle. Really dope though. You really got the basics down. The bounce is nice. You got some cool like match cuts, some morphing. The video is very cool, but it was too fast for my sleepy brain. Yeah. I mean, that is important. Yeah, you have to realign it in After Effects. Is weird. If you go from Figma to After Effects, it's just something buggy. Some light glow, that would have worked probably. Yeah, that would have worked. But let's vote Arish. We're already getting a difficult scenario, because I would say if I compare it to Maddie and Davey, I would still put them above Arish. But comparing Arish to Hamza and Nico, it's already gonna be more difficult, because I think Arish and Hamza are quite similar in terms of amount of feedback and the levels of this edit. So I would place them next to each other, and then it's either better than Hamza or less good as Hamza, but that's really difficult, and I might have to rewatch it. So for now, I'm gonna put it before Hamza, and then we'll have to see what's next. And the next one is Adicha. Most people start their day with tasks scattered everywhere. Emails, notes, reminders, and half-finished thoughts. Monogodo pulls them into one place. You open your laptop and type everything on your mind. That can be messy, unsorted, and out of order. Monogodo takes that pile and builds a clear schedule. Priorities will rise to the top. All your other to-dos will move below. Monogodo, from chaos to a plan you can actually follow. Wow, so different, right? I mean, in terms of pacing, you can see the difference now that your brain can register everything. Because I do think it's important to have I wouldn't say like high pacing, like you want to keep people engaged. However, it doesn't have to be one, like a different animation every like 3 frames, for example. And of course, it's different if you're going to make something like an Instagram reel or something. So the amount of animations, I think, is nice. The pacing is nice. I also think the animation itself is really good. However, and I'm already going to go into feedback, I do see some improvements in terms of design. First of all, what I noticed, I think you scaled the font horizontally. And I immediately noticed that. Then also these boxes, the text is really small. I like my text small, but this is so small that it's almost difficult to read. And then if you make blocks like this, there's a lot of white space here. I was expecting some or an icon or like an element popping up here. It felt a bit empty, this. And also in terms of alignment, this task, I would have placed it a bit lower. So there's the same amount of space at the top than at the bottom. And then also at the bottom, if you look at this alignment, first of all, this red one, I think has a drop shadow. The others don't have that. And then also this thoughts one is a bit lower. And then also the alignment here, like this one is almost kissing the bottom. His ass is on the floor, and you don't want that. You want to have a bit more room around it. These are small things, but trust me, it will look more clean. It's interesting how that works. Like it's small adjustment, but you will see the difference. This was dope. Like the sound effects, cool logo too. Nothing wrong with that. Nice match cut. Again, here the design, and again look at some examples, but I would make these a bit smaller, add a bit more space like from the left, so they start a bit later. I think a different font used it would be much better in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not, these are not big things. I'm not saying delete your animation. Like that's a cool thing about this, is that sometimes it's these minor, like small things that you can improve to do a lot. It's the 80-20 rule. 20% of the feedback will change 80% of the video, basically. Adicha, yeah, difficult. Again, I think it was a bit more like minimalistic. It was really the Apple style. But I'm gonna have to place you also in B tier. Again, I'm gonna have a difficult time choosing the B tier. I'm gonna feel like that, but we'll have to see what Danny's gonna come with. Yeah, we'll have to see. The next one is DNX Studios. Most people start their day with tasks scattered everywhere. Emails, notes, reminders, and half-finished thoughts. Monogodo pulls them into one place. You open your laptop and type everything on your mind. That can be messy, unsorted, and out of order. Monogodo takes that pile and builds a clear schedule. Priorities will rise to the top. All your other to-dos will move below. Monogodo, from chaos to a plan you can actually follow. I hate it. I don't hate it because it's bad. I hate it that it's so good. When I saw your name pop up, I was already scared of this, because I know your edits are really good. And I also know that you're really good at this style. Like that's the difficult thing. Like you are specialized in this. It's like a specialized doctor asking this, and then The fact that he made this in a day too. Did you do it in a day? Or was that like an engagement bait? Yeah, like 5 to 6 hours. Yeah, it's crazy. You also, yeah, you got that down, man. I'm assuming you're also reusing elements. Yeah, lighting is also really nice here. It would take me 5 to 6 months and still, hey, Peter, don't talk yourself down. Like, this is also the thing, and not to talk Danny down, but he's making an animation every day. And then, like, you just push yourself to learn so quick, and you can reuse elements, and you'll find out tricks to make it more quick, right? And at the end of the day, like there will always be a maximum of how efficient you can make it. But especially in the beginning, you can make it go from like 3 months to like I said, 3 days quite quickly. Yeah, the shockwave behind the phone I've used a couple of times. Even the notes part I think you used before. Smart. F tier, because you used elements that, imagine that was one of the rules. F tier, the D and S in the weekly meeting are pixelated. I knew you would say that. Hey, I can always find something. And that's the same with my animations. Because like if you look at my intros or my animations, I'm sure you can always find something. There's always something. Like, or a sound effect that's a bit too loud or too early, or like nothing will ever be 100 out of 100. There's always something. Really dope, man. Yeah. So being honest, I think it's an S tier. However, Maddie's submission is also so good. He's competition, man. Like, yeah, I would put you like next to S tier. And then I have to choose. I'm really sorry, DNX Studios, but Maddie's gonna go for S tier. And mainly because I think the concept is explained better and you guys are so close, but that's the only difference. And I have to also judge on how good the video is. And then I'm gonna move everyone to C tier, and I'm gonna put Davey on B, and then I'm gonna lock it in. I'm so sorry, man. Danny, I hope you don't hate me. A big shout out to all the editors that participated. The link of them is in the description. If you want to participate too, then do join the Full Stack Editor Club. Link of that is also in the description. Then lastly, one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe. We're almost at the 100K subscribers. I'm gonna give away a MacBook, so do subscribe. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.